What's up, guys? Stefan, S&E's Garage. Behind us, we have our GS-F, and we're going to be talking about chassis stiffening today. So one of my go-to mods on any new car or used car that I buy is an upper strut tower brace. What a strut tower brace does is braces that strut tower to that strut tower, and it adds rigidity to the chassis of the vehicle. Not only that, it looks damn good under the hood. So a strut tower brace is one of those things where some people love them, some people hate them, some people think they're a waste of money. I'm in the camp of, they look good under the hood. You pop the hood, they set the look off, they make the car look good. So if anything, it's engine bay dress up. But it's also, whether you want to believe me or not, it's going to add rigidity to the front of the car. It's going to help keep the chassis stiffer, especially when you're cornering, things like that. And I just like the way they look, and I like doing them, so we're going to put one on today. So we went with a TOMS upper strut tower brace. This is a solid piece, so it's not a three-piece mount that some of the other ones come with, where you have to, screw it in here and here. I don't like those. I don't think they do anything because you're just adding flex points to them, and they're kind of pointless. So this is a solid piece. It looks like it's powder coated. They painted it silver, so it's going to look good under the hood. And it even has the provisions here for if you have the electronic suspension with the sensors on top of the shocks. There are provisions for that, so it will work for that as well. So let's go ahead. Let's get over to the car. Let's go ahead. We're going to start installing it. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. We picked this guy up from the guys over at Mod in Japan. They were great. They helped us out with any questions we had. We also ordered a couple of other parts from them, so definitely stay tuned if you want to see more stuff done to a GS-F. But let's go ahead. We're going to get you set up right here so you can see what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and throw this thing on. The first thing we need to do here is remove our 6 strut tower bolts. So you're going to have 3 on this side and 3 on that side. So we're going to go ahead, remove them, and then we're going to go ahead and test fit the strut tower brace. We have 3 more over here. These are 14mm nuts. We're going to set them aside like so. Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and place our strut tower brace on. You're going to see 2 areas here that are flat on the brace itself. You're going to want them to face towards the back of the car, and you're just going to go ahead and finagle the mount of the bar into place like so. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to reinstall and snug up our bolts, and then we are going to torque them to a final specification. We went ahead, got all of our nuts here started. There is a little black spacer that's going to be on top of your strut. I tried it with and without, and the strut tower brace sits on top of the strut mount quite a bit better with those in place. So we did leave them in place. But we're going to go ahead and torque these down to their torque spec, which is 49 foot-pounds. This is a snap-on digital torque wrench, very expensive. You don't need something like this. I just happen to have one because I am a professional mechanic by trade. But I will leave one in the video description below that will suffice. So we're just going to go ahead and snug these down to the torque spec. brace is going to come with this sheathing here for a fuel line that's going to run very close here to your strut tower brace. It doesn't really look like it's that close on this car, but in their directions it shows it a lot closer. So we're just going to go ahead and install it just to be safe, because I'm sure under a hard acceleration and things like that this engine is going to want to tilt a little bit just because of all the torque that it has. So we went ahead and we just put that in place. Let me take you off of this real quick and show you exactly what I'm talking about, and we'll move on to the next step. So this right here is where we put our little protector. You'll see it's about maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches away from the strut tower brace, so I really don't think it's going to cause any issues, but it is something that they do want you to do. The directions are over here, and they're all in Japanese, so I don't know what the hell it says, but we're going to do our best here. The next thing we have here is our fancy little TOMS sticker, so we're just going to go ahead and wipe this off. We are going to place this sticker right in this area. As best we can. Like so. The TOMS brace is also going to come with this clear tape. It looks like in the directions they want you to put it in this area, so on the left side here. But if you'll notice, this vehicle in this diagram has a completely different engine cover. What I think this tape is for is to prevent the engine cover from chafing under here. And it doesn't look like we're gonna have that issue on this car, so we're not gonna bother with this. But what I am gonna do is I'm just going to very slowly shut my hood, and I'm going to make sure that we don't have any contact. And that's it, we're done. Let's go take it for a ride. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, normal driving, just commuting, going from point A to point B, driving on the street, you're really not gonna feel the difference with a strut tower brace. Where you're gonna notice any type of difference is going to be on a racetrack. But we're just gonna go ahead and take it for a ride. We're gonna make sure that we don't have any new suspension noises. We wanna make sure that everything drives the way it did before we did our install. Realistically, you shouldn't have any problems. All you did was unbolt the strut and bolt it back in with an additional piece. But we're just gonna, take it for a ride and make sure everything's good here. That's gonna do it for this video. We got our front strut tower brace installed. We're driving the car now. We got no new noises, no new vibrations. Everything seems to be fine. Our front unibody is now stiffer, and we can take corners to our heart's desire. So if this video interested you, please like, share, and subscribe. We have plenty more content coming on this car, and we hope that you guys join along and follow our progress with this build. And we will see you guys on the next one.